Welcome back, Agile Buddies. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you. Today we'll be focusing on Agile planning. The main point on the Agile planning I'll be talking about today is the purpose of planning, why plans fail, and what can we do when these plans fail. Let's get right into it. I want us to first define what planning is. According to the Merriam Webster Dictionary, planning is the act or process of making or carrying out plans. In the world of Agile, planning is very critical to the success of software development project of any size. We plan because we want to attempt to find an optimal solution to an overall product development in quest for value. That's the main reason why we plan. We plan catering to our customers' needs. So each time our customer needs change, depending on the priority, we have to make changes to suit their needs. So, what consists of a good plan? What should we be thinking when we are planning? Of course, we have to think about costs and benefits, but there are other key factors that we need to pay attention to, like risk. How can we reduce risk if we encounter them? How can we reduce uncertainties if we encounter them? How do we establish trust among team members? And how do we convey information better? How do we support better decision making? So let's get right into each point. Reducing risk. So, depending on the kind of project, you will discuss with the stakeholders on the possibility of the risk you may encounter. You will discuss with your team. You will discuss at each level of the organization because each person's input is very important. And you will discuss all these things and you will make notes and then you deliberate on how you could handle this risk. Is this risk or are these risks something that we can afford to manage in this project? How much is it going to cost us to incorporate all of this risk? How can we fix or mitigate this risk? You have to discuss about these things. And then uncertainty, a best way to get rid of uncertainties or unveil uncertainty is having iterations. Each iteration has its own issues or its own obstacles you may encounter. So these are ways that we could know about these uncertainties. Remember, uncertainties are the unknown. So only when we start doing these projects or we start working on this project that we'll be able to unveil these uncertainties. Establishing trust. So first you have to provide an environment of respect and and an environment where there's no judgment for people to be able to work together peacefully and develop trust for one another. You have to be open with one another. You have to be transparent about your work so that each team member will be able to incorporate this behavior and work better together. Conveying information. What platforms will you be conveying information? Are you a team that practices Scrum, Safe, Agile, whatever project management, Agile management tools, or whatever type of agile project management you use in your organization, you have to find a way of conveying this information. How will you convey this information? How do you let the stakeholders know about what's going on? You have to discuss these things. And also decision making. Let your decision making reflect costs and benefits. Don't make decisions blindly. And of course, when we talk of cost, the people spending are the stakeholders. So the stakeholders have to know about each and every step you make in the software development process. Why do plans fail? So there are a few reasons why plans fail. The first reason I'll be going over is the activity based plan. When we do activity based planning, we focus on completion of activity rather than the delivery of the products. By so doing, the focus is shifted from the customer to the activity itself. Features are the unit of customer value. So planning should be at the level of features, not activities. Most of the time, our activities are dependent on other activities, which might cause us to finish projects in an untimely manner. And by so doing, it would push our schedule backwards. And when schedules are pushed backwards, it costs more money for the stakeholders. So always keep that in mind. When you are planning, focus on feature completion and not activity completions. Another reason why plans fail is multitasking. Just imagine this baby CEO on a screen. He's doing so many things at once. He's not completing one task at a time. He's on the phone, he's reading, he's typing. When you do all those things, you can really focus in completing one task effectively. You can do everything together, but it will not be effective. It will not be efficient. In order for us to be efficient, we must focus on one task at a time. Another reason why plans fail is the lack of prioritization. When we do not prioritize what's most important to our client, we are bound to fail. So, for us to prevent such failures, we must work according to the priority. We must work according to what's most valuable to our users and customers. Another reason why plans fail is us ignoring uncertainty. The act of ignoring uncertainty is a way of piling problems unknowingly. For us to tackle uncertainties, we must have iterations. We must plan in iterations. Either 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however the case may be, we must plan according to iteration because each iteration will unfold the uncertainties as we do the work or as we build this functionality. Sometimes the reasons we fail is lack of acceptance of the new commitment from our stakeholders. So, a problem often faced in traditional planning is that stakeholders equate estimate to commitment. An estimate is a probability, not a commitment, because we do not know what would happen tomorrow. We don't know if our business will crumble tomorrow. We don't know if our stock will crumble tomorrow. We don't know if the customers will want something different tomorrow. We don't know if somebody will be sick tomorrow. We don't know if everybody will quit tomorrow. We just don't know. So, stakeholders should take estimates as probabilities, not commitments. In summary, when we are planning in agile environments, we should focus more on planning and not the plan because oftentimes plans change because we do not know what the future holds for us. It's good to plan, but it's disadvantageous to focus so much on the plan because changes might arise. The customers might need some tweaking on the functionality you're building, or whatever the case may be. We don't know. It's good to plan, but do not focus too much on plans. Focus on the planning aspect of it. Be open minded and When plans do change, you should plan on reducing the scope of work or dropping a feature, whatever the stakeholders decide, whatever you guys decide in the meetings. But dropping a feature, reducing the scope of a feature, adding more people to the project so it goes faster are some ways that could work when plans change. Okay, I hope you learned something today, and I hope to see you next time. But before you go, I want you to check out my new products that I just launched. And I will let the AI lady do the rest. Please don't forget to check out my website at www.maisondukong.com. Thank you.
I have to admit, I'm a bit of a handbag addict, and when I saw this beautiful handbag from Madame Naughty, I couldn't resist. Made out of top grey leather, this handbag is the epitome of luxury. But what's even better is that it's actually quite affordable. I get so many compliments on my handbag, and it's become my go-to bag for all occasions. And it's not just a pretty face, it's also got plenty of room to store all of my essentials. Plus, with Madame Naughty's affordable prices and high-quality products, you can't go wrong.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing your comments below. Goodbye.